In this lecture, we are going to extend the concept of enthalpy we saw from last lecture. Here we are going to deal with calculations of enthalpies, and this is high weightage for NEET. Okay, and there are only 4 different ways that enthalpy calculation has come. Among them, 3 are extremely important. The first one is when you calculate enthalpy from heat of formations. Okay. Second way of calculation is from bond energies. Third one is from calorimetry, which is similar to physics as well. Fourth one is Hess's law, one of the easiest, very little of chemistry, mostly logic. Okay, we'll go in each of them in detail. First, we'll go with calculation of enthalpies through heat of formation. Okay. Now, delta H of a given reaction, okay, can be calculated very simply from delta H of heat of formation of products minus delta H of heat of formation of reactants. That's all. Okay, one of the easiest calculations. For example, if you take NH4 NO3 solid, okay, this decomposes to give you N2O plus H2O, some arbitrary reaction we are going to take. Okay, and this can be, let's say, liquid, and this is gas. Now here delta H of reaction for this one. First we want to make sure that the given equation is balanced. There are two nitrogens, I am good with nitrogen. Then I am going to look with hydrogens because oxygen is present in 2 different places. So hydrogens, 4 hydrogens, 2 of them, so that's 2. Okay. Now when you look at oxygen, 1 plus 2 is 3, I am good. Delta H of reaction is delta H of formation of product minus delta H of formation of reactant. In this type of problem, they will give you the delta H of formation. Okay, there is 2 types they can give you. They can give you both the delta H of formation, ask you this, or delta H of reaction கொடுத்துட்டு இதில் ஏதாவது ஒன்று கொடுத்துட்டு இன்னொன்று கேட்பாங்க. Here we can write as delta H of reaction equals delta H of formation of products. So delta H of N2O gas plus there is 2 moles of this, so 2 times delta H of, let's put formation here, formation of, stick with symbol properly then, delta H of formation N2O, delta H of formation H2O, my product minus my reactant, which is NH4 NO3 delta H of formation. Okay, there is only 1 mole. Straightforward, the numbers will be given. Now normally units of delta H are kilojoules per mole. So this is actually you are multiplying by 1. Okay, இங்கே 1 இருக்கு, அந்த 1 ஆல் multiply பண்ணுங்க, 1 is moles. So 1 mole times kilojoules per mole is kilojoules. This is 2 moles times kilojoules per mole is kilojoules. So kilojoules தான் எல்லாமே இருக்கும். So this is going to give you the answer in kilojoules. Okay. So now this is straightforward. You are calculating formation enthalpies and then using those formation enthalpies to calculate enthalpy of a reaction. Okay. Now here you want to make sure that, we will do one more example. Let us take combustion of acetic acid, CH3 COOH plus O2 gives you CO2 plus H2O, just make it gas. Okay, there is 2 carbons, so that will be 2 here, 3 plus 1 4 hydrogens, so that will be 2 here. Okay, so I have 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2 6 hydrogens, sorry 6 oxygens, 2 oxygen are given, so 2 oxygens, 2 plus 4 is 6. Delta H of formation values will be given to you, so delta H of reaction for this one would be delta H of formation of CO2 plus, sorry, 2 times, or maybe I will keep this separate. At this point I will just write this delta H of formation of H2O gas product minus reactant delta H of formation of CH3COOH plus delta H of formation of O2. Now from the balanced equation I can say there's 2 of this, so 2 times this, 2 of this, 1 of this and 2 of this. Okay, so make sure you watch your coefficient. Second thing you want to know is they will give you the information of all of them, they will not give you O2. Any element in their standard state, okay, any element, not compound, any element in the standard state, delta H of formation is 0. So this is 0, okay, that is given to you. For example, if you take N2 plus 3H2 gives you 2NH3, delta H of formation, delta H of reaction would be equal to 2 times delta H of formation of ammonia, that's it. Because my reactants are 0 and 0, so minus 0 is 0. Okay, this is how you deal with a problem that deals with delta H of formation, and you are going to deal with product minus reactants. Okay, this is one way of doing it. It has come many times, okay, except that they might give you, sometimes they may give you both the formation of product and reactant, ask you this, and sometimes they will give you one of this one and ask you one of this. It's just math, and I have seen students make mistakes in math, so make sure that you look at your coefficients correctly and also make sure you balance the equation correctly. Okay. Next one way of doing it is through bond energy or bond decision energy. For you guys, you can use them interchangeably. One of them is actual energy, one of them is an average of energy. For example, நீங்கள் methane எடுத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு CH bond வேற மாதிரி இருக்கும் energy. அதோட average எடுத்தா you will get different, but really doesn't matter for you guys. Here what you do is it's exact opposite in calculation. அங்க வந்து நீங்க product minus reactant பாத்தீங்க, இங்க we are going to look crudely as reactant minus product. Delta H of reaction equals delta H of bonds broken minus delta H of bonds formed. Okay, now I want to make this clear to you. When you want to break a bond, bonds broken, you have to put energy, endothermic. When you form a bond, attractive forces, exothermic. So நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறீங்க பாண்ட் பிரேக் பண்ணுறதுக்கு மைனஸ் எவ்வளோ எனர்ஜி எனக்கு ரிட்டர்னில் வருது. ஸோ நான் போடுறதோட எனக்கு அதிகமாக வெளியில் வந்ததுன்னா டோட்டல் இஸ் நெகட்டிவ், எக்ஸோதெர்மிக். நான் போடுறதோட கம்மியாக வெளியில் வந்ததுன்னா எண்டோதெர்மிக். ஓகே, bonds broken minus bonds formed. I just simply stick with BB minus BF. Okay. Now when you look at it, this is extremely straightforward, but you have to be careful in what all the types of bonds you are breaking, all the types of bond you are breaking. We'll deal with a very simple example, Haber's process. N2 plus 3H2 gives you 2NH3. Okay, this is not heat of formation because there is 2 NH3s. Okay, okay. If it is 1 NH3, accordingly the equation will change. But let's do it for this one. This is a reaction. Delta H of reaction is bonds broken minus bonds formed. Now I'm going to expand this as formula. Some of you, I would like you guys to get to a point where you can just look at it and visualize. At this point, let's write it this way. This is N triple bond N. Okay, this is 3 times hydrogen single bond hydrogen. This is 2 times nitrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Okay. Alright, so now you are going to break these bonds, you are going to form these bonds. So the bonds broken are 1 times delta H of N triple bond N, okay, plus 3 times delta H of H single bond H. These are the bonds you break. N triple bond N, 3 H single bond C, minus bonds broken minus bonds formed. You form NH bond. There is 3 NH bond in 1 ammonia, okay, and there is 2 ammonia, so there is 6 delta H of NH bonds. Okay, all right. So now this is straightforward. Now they will be given the values for this. Now the most common question that people ask is, they'll give you the delta H of reaction, okay, and then they will ask you, they'll give you this and they'll give you this, what is the bond energy of NH bond? அப்போ என்ன இருக்கணும்னா this, take all of them, this to the other side, plus 6 NH மாறும், this will go that side, you have a value, divided by 6 will give you per NH. Okay, straightforward. Okay, this is extremely straightforward. You just have to be careful in calculating which bonds you break, which bonds you form. Couple of things that you want to know, they will give you data in the question that is not necessary. They can give you N single bond N. Okay, 1 n single bond n value is given, 3 times that is not equal to n triple bond n. Okay, you have to find the value that is n triple bond n and accordingly do it. Okay, alright. Otherwise, there is nothing much to it. This is a basic one. We will actually look into previous year question solving. I will post a video for that, and you can practice on that. Okay, this is second way of calculating. Now, when you look at it, this is exact opposite of the first one. Previously, product minus reactant. Inge bonds broken is reactant. This is product. Alright. Now, let's go to the third one. Through calorimetry. Okay. Now imagine a calorimeter, you will see more extensively in physics. Adukulla neenga vandu reaction pandringa, energy is liberated or absorbed. Whatever happens, the opposite happens to the water and the calorimeter. Okay. We know a cardinal truth. Heat lost equals heat gained. So if a system is losing heat, the surrounding, which is a calorimeter, is gaining heat, including the water, or the system is gaining heat, the calorimeter is losing heat. Okay. So in essence, we can write delta H of reaction can be written as the heat lost or gained by the calorimeter, including the water. Okay. Now you can calculate this as m c delta T of the system. Okay, what you are dealing with. Now you can also do n c delta T. In physics, you will use n c delta T. Couple of things I want to make sure is, this is the change in heat, delta T equals T2 to minus T1. You can do it in degrees Celsius or Kelvin. Delta T is always the same, it does not really matter. C is specific heat capacity. Okay. Specific heat capacity is the amount of heat that you need to provide to increase the temperature of the given system. Okay. 1 gram of that by 1 degree Celsius. Okay. Now, what is the difference between this is, this specific heat and this is exactly same in terms of what type of quantity. This is per mole, this is per gram, that's all. Okay. I can take the word specific if you want, because I am saying per right here. Okay, that's all. This is moles, this is mass, that's all. Both are extremely similar, except idoda units ke etha mari idu maarum. Okay. Now when you look at it, this is weight per gram. Gram times kilojoules per gram. Gram goes away, but this units are kilojoules per gram Kelvin. Okay. This will be kilojoules per mole Kelvin. So when you look at it, this is grams. So I have grams times kilojoule per gram Kelvin times Kelvin. So what you get is kilojoules. Same you will get here. Okay. Now here what you can do, if they give you the data for calorimeter and water, you can do mc delta T of calorimeter plus mc delta T of water, combine them. Okay, that's the amount of heat change for the calorimeter and water, and the opposite of that number is going to be for the system. Calorimeter is absorbing heat, this will be liberating heat. Okay, but you just calculate the mc delta T. The same formula can be written as C delta T. This is a small case c, this is upper case c. This stands for heat capacity. The difference is heat capacity per gram. So let's say for example you have a pot of water. அந்த pot of waterல 1 கிராமுக்கு என்ன ஹீட்டோ அதுதான் ஹீட் கெப்பாசிட்டி. அந்த என்டையர் பாட்டுக்கு நீங்கள் கால்குலேட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா, அதுதான் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் ஹீட். இது என்டையர் பாட்டை கால்குலேட் பண்ணால் ஹீட் கெப்பாசிட்டி. ஸோ நீங்கள் வந்து பாட்டோட சைஸ் பெருசாக த அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் ஹீட் யூ ஹவ் டு புட். கொஞ்சம் தண்ணியை கொதிக்க வைக்கிறதோட அதிக தண்ணியை கொதிக்க வச்சா உங்களுக்கு எனர்ஜி அதிகமாக யூஸ் ஆகும். ஸோ தி அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் ஹீட் இஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். ஓகே, ஹீட் கெப்பாசிட்டி இஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் ஹீட் நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ தண்ணி எடுத்தாலும் அதில் இருக்கிற 1 கிராமுக்கு ஒரே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். ஸோ ஐ கேன் சே தட் ஹீட் கெப்பாசிட்டி இஸ் அ extensive property, depends on the amount of substance you take. Specific heat capacity is very specific to per gram or per mole. So this is an intensive property. Okay, make sure that you watch out for the symbol and the sign. Alright, so this is a third way of calculating your enthalpy. The last way, which actually is easier only with example, is Hess's law. Of constant heat summation. What it means is, heat நீங்கள் எப்படி வேணால் பண்ணலாம் ஒரு ரியாக்ஷனை, எப்படி பண்ணாலும் the sum of that heat will always be constant. Meaning எந்த டிரெக்ஷனில் போனாலும் உங்களுக்கு end product ஒன்று தான். In essence it comes down to only one thing. Delta H is a state function. So it doesn't really matter the path you take, the summation of the heat will give you the same value regardless of the path you take. We'll deal with an example. Let's say for example, the common synthesis of methanol from CO and H2O. Okay, let's balance it out. One carbon, one carbon, one oxygen, one oxygen. Okay, 4 hydrogens, so this is 2. Okay, this is liquid, this is gas, gas. Okay, this is the equation that is being given to you. Okay, and they can ask you what is the delta H of this reaction. This is neither combustion, neither formation. Okay, not standard state, so it's just a reaction. Now they can give you set of reactions and they can ask you to calculate value of this from that set. Okay, this is just logic. Let's say for example, what all will be given. C plus O2 gives CO2 gas, carbon as graphite. Okay, then they can give you H2 plus O2 gives H2O, 2H2O liquid. Okay, let's say they give you this as A, B. They can also give you CH3OH liquid plus O2 gas gives you CO2 gas plus H2O gas. So there is 4 of them. There is 2 here, 1 carbon, 1 carbon. Okay, remaining. I am not balancing my oxygen because you don't have to worry about oxygen. It will balance out. If you want, you guys can balance it. Okay, so I have this, my CO. Okay, I need to do my CO. C plus O2 gives CO. Okay, so let's make it as maybe 2 here. A, B, C, D. Alright, so now take a minute to look at it. They are giving you 4 different equations, maybe all of them are enough. Alright, now they can ask you how to get it. The simplest trick is you need to know your target equation, box your target equation. Only 2 things you have to know. Okay, one thing you want to do is flip the equations where what you want here should be on the corresponding side. CO left side la irukana, inge CO left side la mathi aganum. CH3OH right side la irukana, right side la mathi aganum. One. Second thing you have to do is multiply or divide by a number so you get the same coefficient as here. Right. Now there are equations which seems like unnecessary either, but these are bridging equations. Let's go to what is given. Very simple. Let's say CO. Okay, I have my CO. I need to have my CO on the left side. Okay, and divide by 2. So what I am going to do is I am going to flip the equation. CO gives C plus half O2. I have flipped the equation, so the energy will become opposite sign and I divided by 2. Okay. Now when I take this equation, I have my methanol on the right side, I have it on the left side. So I want to flip the equation. So I am just going to flip this one. I have just flipped, so this is minus C. Alright. Okay, my H2 is on the left side and the coefficient is also okay, 2H2, 2H2. So I am going to leave it as it is. B. Okay, what is the purpose of this equation? If you see, as it is, if I add this, my carbon sticks out. Okay, and my carbon dioxide sticks out. I need to cancel them. That's what this equation is for. Now I want my carbon to be the left side, and right side cancel agum. So I am going to write it as it is. Let's say carbon will cancel out, carbon dioxide will cancel out. I don't have to worry about my coefficients. So this is A. Now if I add all of them, we will see whether I get what I want. Let's see, carbon goes out, okay, carbon dioxide goes out, sorry, this is H2, okay, 2 water goes out, right, everything else cancels out. Let's make sure that the oxygens are balanced, 2 oxygens, 2 H2 oxygens are okay. Now let's see, 2 plus 2, 4 oxygens, so this is 3 by 2, okay. All right, now when you look at it, when you look at all of the oxygens, on the left side you have 2, 1 plus 1, 2, cancels out, half, correct, C plus O2, CO2, that is correct, 2 H2O, 2 oxygens, that is correct, 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 oxygens, 2 oxygens, alright. Now let us see, here I have 3 by 2, there we go, alright. Now when you see 1 oxygen plus 1 oxygen is 2 oxygen, 3 by 2 plus half is 2, so my oxygen cancels out. When I add all of them, I will get gone, gone, this is gone, 2 H2 plus CO gives you gone, gone, CH3OH, 2 H2 plus CO gives CH3OH, okay. Now you just add these, that will be the enthalpy of the reaction, okay. So basically A plus B minus C minus D by 2, whatever these numbers, they will give you the actual numbers. One of the easiest one, we will actually solve more problems based on this, okay. Alright, now basically in this lecture we saw how to do calculations involving calculation of enthalpy. 4 different ways we saw, all 4 are important, particularly the 1, 2, 1, 4th method are extremely important. This is very, very important, Hess's law, because anybody can do, okay. These actually has nothing much to chemistry, logic tha, left side left side right side right side coefficient match agano, cancel ana target equation varano. Now you don't have time to write all this, idellame printed ah irukum option la, okay. You just have to see what is the minimum work you can do. So some of you can do mentally, okay, idha maathano abindrathu ethamar. When I solve PYQ problems in a worksheet, I'll actually show you how you can actually write on this itself and get to the final answer, okay. All right, okay, thank you guys.